You say that striving for physical health and longevity, but ignoring emotional health, could be the ultimate curse of all. What do you mean by that?
Well, there's a mythology of a fellow I write about in the book, Tithonus, who requests to the gods immortality, and he gets granted eternal life, but not eternal health. And so he has this horrible curse where he's alive, but he's physically decaying all the way into this decrepit, never-ending state. And so I think an extension of that is, well, if your health, which encompasses many things, happiness, the quality of your relationships, any sense of purpose, any sense of happiness, if that is in a bad place, why would you want to live longer? I mean, you're objectively suffering, so why would extending that suffering be of any value? And again, like you can sort of thought experiments all day long. So let's play one. So, the little bit I know of you, Chris, you and people, right? Like you're not an antisocial human being. So if I told you, Chris, whatever number you think is the dollar amount that it's going to take to make you happy, we're going to double it. Okay? That's how much money you've got. And whatever metric of your own physical health, defined by how big your muscles are, how low your body fat is, how well you can perform, let's give it to you plus 20%.
Sounds good so far.
Yep. And the only catch is you're the only person on the planet now. Now, don't worry, I've created a bunch of bots that will do everything. So your standard of living won't go down. Like you're going to have bots that will do anything and they'll provide your food and everything. How happy is your life? Like how long until you kill yourself?
Not long.
No, because think about it. Like what are you doing? Right? So that just gives you one example of, wow, if you took away my ability to interact with other people, life is not worth living. Very, very few people I could imagine could tolerate that for a long period of time. So sure, that's extreme, but it's a great way to illustrate a point, which is if you have every single thing imaginable, but you have no connection to other people, what do you have? So of course, it doesn't have to be that extreme for the point to still remain.
One of the things that I've been thinking about a lot recently is integrating of emotions, because a lot of us that come from a productivity background or a biohacking background or a strength and fitness background, we try to reduce the human experience down to metrics and numbers and reps and sets and stuff like that. But the actual phenomenological experience of being a human is emotions. It's what does texture of your mind as you move day to day through the things. When you look back at the day, sure, you might be able to say how many words you wrote or how much weight you lifted or how far you ran. The actual moment to moment of that isn't you logging things on a spreadsheet. It's how your mind feels, what's going internally. And I really think that point about emotional health being everything else kind of being subjugate to that is really true. And it's something that I think people gloss over. So when you emotional health, what are you talking? How do you think about the component parts of emotional health or an emotional health regime?
Some of it depends on definitions and semantics, and I don't for a second suggest that the way I do it is the right way or anything like that. The way we talk about it with our patients, because we do, because it fits into a hierarchy of all the things we care about managing in terms of longevity risk. So longevity risk is anything that is a threat to the length of your life or the quality of your life. And this has to be one of those buckets. Broadly speaking, there are 7. So within this bucket, I would say it's sense of purpose, satisfaction and joy, achievement, quality of relationships, self-regulation, distress tolerance. Those are probably the biggest buckets that fit into that.